Hello, parents! Welcome back to my series on the top 10 things I wish every parent knew. Quick intro again. My name is Cheryl, and I'm a pediatric physiotherapist and founder of BrainFit with more than 20 years' work experience in brain training and cognitive development. Also, a mom to two amazing girls. Now, exams are over, so what kind of conversations are you having at home? Today, I want to talk about something that truly shapes how children experience success, failure, effort, confidence, and resilience. Here you go. The top 10 things I wish every parent knew about growth mindset. Number 1, understand the power of mindset. I like to think of mindset as the private conversations we all have with ourselves. So, if your child did well these exams, what are they telling themselves? I'm so smart. Or, my hard work paid off. I can keep improving. And if the results weren't what they hoped for, I'm a failure. I'll never get this. Or, this is a setback. I can learn and get better. Now, these inner conversations shape how they approach challenges. So, the question is, what story is your child telling themselves? Number 2, notice the signs of fixed or growth mindset. Research shows that talent and intelligence matter, but mindset determines how far those traits can take a person. A growth mindset says, I can improve and strengthen my abilities. A fixed mindset says, I can't change. This is just who I am. When children believe abilities are fixed, they protect themselves. They avoid challenges, they fear mistakes, they care more about not failing than learning. But with a growth mindset, mistakes become feedback, not judgment, and effort becomes the path to improvement. This is why two children with similar ability can have completely different outcomes. Mindset changes everything. Number 3, be mindful of the messages we send. The words we use become their inner voice. If a child repeatedly hears, "What's wrong with you? You never try hard enough," soon they will say those same phrases to themselves. But we can reshape messaging without ignoring reality. Instead of, "What's wrong with you?" try, "Let's look for a new strategy." Instead of, "You never try hard enough," try, "I see your effort. Let's explore what skills you might still need." Now, this shifts the focus from judgment to growth. Number 4, focus on the process, not just the results. When your child brings back an exam paper, the instinct is to look at the score. But growing a growth mindset means asking questions like, what did you do that helped you get this score? What might you try differently next time? What strategy worked? What didn't? If the score was good, celebrate the process. If the score wasn't ideal, analyze the process. This teaches your child that results are a reflection of learning, not identity. And yes, if they put in great effort, but the score isn't there yet, celebrate that effort. Because effort is what drives improvement. Number 5, compare with yesterday, not other children. Now, this is a big one. We often compare our children with siblings, cousins, and classmates. Why can't you be more like your brother? But comparison tells a child your worth depends on being better than others. So instead, focus on personal progress, like athletes do with personal bests. Your child cannot control how others perform, but they can control their own learning habits, their strategies, their consistency. So celebrate growth, celebrate movement, celebrate steps forward, even small ones. Number 6, mistakes are not failures, they are feedback. One of the most powerful mindset shifts we can teach our children is this. Mistakes are information. Mistakes show us what we haven't mastered yet. So when your child gets something wrong, instead of, "How could you get this wrong?" try, "What does this mistake tell us about what we need to work on next?" Now, this removes shame from learning. When there is no shame in making mistakes, there is courage to try. Number 7, learn how your brain works like a muscle. Struggle and challenge are how your brain grows. Learn about your brain, especially how it works like a muscle. Now, when you lift weights, muscles get stronger. When you practice something challenging, your brain makes new connections and gets smarter. You can say, this feels hard because your brain is growing. The fact that this is challenging means you're learning. Now, struggle is not a sign that something is wrong. Struggle is a sign that your brain is learning something new. So if children believe struggle means I'm not good enough, they avoid challenges. If they believe struggle means I'm improving, they lean in. Now we want children to lean in, not step back. Number 8, focus on learning goals, not performance goals. Performance goals sound like get 90%, be top 3 in class. Learning goals sound like let's understand fractions better than last week. Let's improve your essay structure. Let's try using a new problem-solving strategy. Performance goals measure where you end up. Learning goals shape how you get there. When we emphasize learning, performance naturally improves as a result. Number 9, track and celebrate small progress. Growth often happens slowly and children don't notice them, so we help them see. Last month, you needed help. Today, you did it independently. You used to skip steps. Now you're showing you're working clearly. Your confidence has grown. These are victories worth celebrating. Celebrating small progress teaches the child, I can improve, I can grow, I have evidence. And evidence builds belief. Finally, number 10, model a growth mindset. Children learn from watching us. Let them hear you say, I'm learning something new and it's challenging, but I'll get there. I made a mistake, let me try that again. I don't know yet, let's find out together. When children see us learn, they learn that it is safe to learn. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to be growing. Growth mindset is not a theory. It is a daily practice. It shapes how children think, how they try, and how they rise from setbacks. And when we as parents guide those everyday conversations, we're not only teaching our children how to learn, we're teaching them how to believe in their own ability to grow. If you have benefited from this video, do like, share, or subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with more brain-based strategies. Together, let's build the best learning brain in our children. Bye for now.